Even if the dark wouldn't guide me, I will be looking for proof in the soul. Shadows of black, their courses stay turned in the evening light. They washed away the evidence in the river Joy. Nothing is left of it, just a pain of guilty eyes, and I follow her down.
Well, greetings and salutations, pipe pals and gals. Holy smoking pipe padre coming back at you with another scintillating video. And I am smoking. Did I do that? I did that the wrong way. Okay. So, because it's December 1st, I thought it would be appropriate, now that we're getting ready to get into the summer season here, that we kind of, get ready for, the wonderful, 4th of July, and let's see, what else are we going to do? All those good summertime things, right? And if you believe that, I have a bridge in Brooklyn, I'll be glad to show you. But what we are actually getting ready to do is celebrate winter. Here we are with a little winter backdrop here. Let's see if I can do this a little bit more. Hey, that's more snow. Well, I really like the snow. Yeah, there was a commercial back when I was growing up. the catchphrase was I forgot what they were selling, whether cars or Christmas trees or whatever, but I really like the snow, so I really like the snow. So today is December the 1st. Good. As I just got a little text from my dear friend saying that they're not having any pain. They had a little bit of eye surgery. I just can't see that, but anyway. But I was just wondering if they were okay, and I'm hoping that it'll all work out for the best. So anyway, hope they have a good outlook on the new year. But anyway, I'm glad you just sent me a little text saying no pain whatsoever. Good, I'm happy to know that. Okay. All right, so getting back to the pipe. This is not a pipe, by the way. This is not a pipe, okay. But I'm smoking some Christmas cookie. I think it's extremely appropriate. Christmas cookie. Guess that's backwards. That looks like it's backwards. I don't know. I have to watch the video and kind of find out. There's the camera right over there. Okay. Christmas cookie. Got this holiday bag from Boswell's probably about 2 or 3 years ago. And so I said, gosh, I forgot I even got this. And I found some other tins of tobacco that I thought, well, probably be a good idea to start looking at these in the new year, maybe, and celebrating those. So that's what we're doing here. We're just celebrating a little bit of winter here, up here at the lake. Of course, you can't see the lake because the lake's that way. We started getting more snow this morning about 4 a.m. and it's about going on 1:30 as I make this video. So I'm smoking my, this is my wonderful church warden, Dunhill church warden, yeah. And I just thought it would just be the perfect time to sit and share a pipe with you all. Hope you're all doing well. I'm happy to say that, let me get this going again. Happy to say that I'm kind of getting over my COVID that I had about 3 weeks ago. And according to the wonderful, inimitable Dr. John Campbell of the UK, I've kind of got my yearly natural immunity booster. Natural immunity, that's what we're talking about here. And I think I might have shared my last video. Oh, I make a special, oh, by the way, I was going to say something about this Christmas cookie. Now, again, I've had COVID, and a lot of times after I have COVID, my olfactory sense is kind of messed up a bit. And this, to me, smelled like peppermint, chocolate peppermint. I know there's no peppermint in this, unless they actually started putting peppermint in Christmas cookie. Now, those of you who are familiar with Christmas cookie, I swear, I shouldn't swear. I don't swear that much. But when I mean I swear, I'm telling you the truth. I'm tasting peppermint. Now, I don't think that they've ever put peppermint oils or flavorings or additives into Christmas cookie. Now, maybe they started doing that a couple of years ago. I don't know. But I'm also drinking some chocolatey coffee I make. Ooh, that's good. Oh my. Oh. Merry Hanukkah. There we go. Merry Groundhog Day. I know. Gotta say, I like that background, and that's real. That's not fake. Normally I have my little green screens up there, but that's the real deal. I love it. Gotta love it. So anyway, I want to get on here. I want to talk about, even though it's a good thing we have a nice cool background, because the old Padre is going to fire things up here. Yeah. So as we start, today is December 1, as I said, and hope you're doing well. Hope, winter is starting to shape up for you, that, you're going to enjoy whatever winter that, I know some of you live up there in New Hampshire and Vermont and Minnesota and Michigan, and I think we have some people from Canada who used to watch. Richard T, if you're still out there, I'm still saying hi to you. I know sometimes I say things that upset you, but please understand I don't do it intentionally to upset you personally. I just do it intentionally to upset everybody. And I'm just kidding. Just messing with you guys. Okay. But anyway, so a couple of things I want to talk about. Now, one of them is a little sensitive, and if you are going to be upset, then apologies forthcoming, but please don't. Again, I'm sharing my opinion, and that's the whole reason of making this video today, especially, is I'm sharing my opinion, and in a free society, people are allowed to do that, okay? And for a long time now, it does seem that the powers that be, whether it was Jack Dorsey or Susan Wojcicki and other people, have been basically saying, well, no, we don't want you conservative types to be voicing your opinions. And if you do, we're going to kick you off our platform. I still have a strike from a couple of months ago. I don't know exactly what I said. I was talking about, before I came down with COVID the second time, I was, remarking that, hey, it's been over a year. I still feel good. I'm grateful that I made it through COVID without, being totally messed up. Now there are some, we don't know what the long range side effects of COVID are. We really don't know. I do know that one of them has been that fact that I still have some congestion, and I don't have the sense of taste and smell that I once had. Now, of course, I'm getting older. A lot of times you lose those things when you get older too, so I can't blame it maybe all on COVID, but anyway. But the thing was that I think I said something about, certain medical procedures, and somebody, and again, okay, let me just say this without probably, I don't think I would get disqualified by just saying something about, there's a new video, new documentary out called, well, maybe I might even it's called, if I say the name, I might get in trouble for that. See, that's the thing. I shouldn't be afraid to say something about just a video. I'm not talking about the video. I'm just gonna, but again, if I say the name, I'm probably gonna get, a strike against me. So I don't want to do that. But all I can tell you is that there's a documentary out there that is talking about the effects of certain medical cocktails or whatever, that people have been getting. And some of the concerns that people are having. That's all I'm going to say about that. Now, I would said something probably just a little more specific in one of my other videos on my other channel, and again, I got a strike. I was banned for a week, couldn't upload anything, couldn't do anything on the channel. And all I think I said was I was just grateful that I got through the whatever, fill in the blanks, and that I said that there appears to be some concerns, and I kind of maybe was a little more specific, we're talking a skosh more specific in the other video, and unfortunately I got a strike. So you're not allowed to say certain things that go against the politically correct narrative. And to me, I think that's wrong. That's all. I'll leave it at that. But there is a new video out, and if you get a chance to see it, I highly recommend it. It's again, without mentioning the name of the video and the specifics of the video, all I can say is that it is quite a disturbing graphic video. And I have to say, and I'm not a particularly squeamish person, but even I was like going, oh, this is really, wow. There needs to be some, people need to, there needs to be some accountability. There needs to be some people that need to explain what's really going on. That's all I want to say about that. So, but anyway, so just talking about that video in regards to this, the malaise that we've all been experiencing for the last 2 years. And, so again, I hope you're, if you're doing well, I just hope you're happy, healthy, and wise. Okay. Happy, healthy, and wise. Okay. So the two other things I was going to talk about, now one of them, again, we're going to get on the sensitive subject here for just a little bit. Yeah, I gotta tell you, there's that peppermint, especially you can smell into this. I taste peppermint. I'm sorry, but it's almost kind of like a mild menthol. There's a question for you, pipe pals. Has anybody ever heard of a pipe tobacco with menthol in it? I never have. That'd be interesting, though. Oh, man. This is good. I'm telling you, this is really good. I don't know if it's just up here, but it's almost like menthol. I haven't been taking any medicines in the last couple of weeks. But anyway, I digress. So I want to express condolences to the victims of the Colorado shooting and the families that mourn their loss. Now, I happen to be a bit critical of the media, especially, and again, and the advocates or the activists in the alphabet community. I'll just say it that way, who. And see, this is the thing that I think people need to be aware of. And I've noticed this, and correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe I'm totally wrong here, but if I talked about AIDS or said, remember the AIDS quilts, probably a lot of people go, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Quilts, AIDS? What does that have? What are you talking about? If you go online now again, I'm not saying it's completely been expunged or erased, deleted, but it does appear that anytime that there's a tragedy or a calamity in the alphabet community, they do a lot of policing up of the media. They just don't allow any kind of negative publicity. And I think that in the long run, that's going to come back like it is already, I think, for a lot of liberal types, or not liberals. Liberal basically means you have, again, they believe, real liberals believe, classical liberalism believes in freedom of speech. They believe in freedom of the press. They believe in freedom in the media, they believe in holding people accountable, both left and right, okay? So classic liberalism, don't have a problem with that. But it's this, I think the woke and the social justice warriors and all those people who basically want to spin their narrative. And again, that's fine if you want to spin your narrative. If you see it one way, great. But when you start squelching and censoring other people who have different opinions, opposed from the approved narrative, that's what people like Elon Musk are basically coming against. They're saying, no, it has to be a free platform. And it just seems like all the woke people, especially at Twitter, I don't even have a Twitter app, so I really don't even have a dog in the fight. But I do know that other social media platforms, whether it's Facebook, which I used to have, but I got rid of that over a year ago, and YouTube, which I'm still have an active presence on in my two channels. I don't like the fact that I can't say certain things that are I'm just putting out information. And again, my intent is not to deceive anybody. See, that's the thing. They claim, well, you have a different opinion, and so you're trying to deceive people with false information. No, I'm trying to share another, again, there's nothing that has been ever concretely said, this is exactly what it is, and you have to believe this way, or else you're a gnome or something, you're a troll. Kind of look like a troll now, I guess that beard's kind of coming in a little bit. I just don't have a very good beard, so that's why I'm not a really big beard person. I probably will shave it off in the springtime, but every now and then it's nice to, once in a while, see how thin and gray it is, and I'm getting a good look at it now. Anyway, I digress. So, but anyway, so that narrative in Colorado was interesting because everybody started jumping on the bandwagon saying it was a right-wing, ultra-MAGA Trump supporter that did that. And now we find out, and this gets a little touchy here, that the shooter actually identifies as an alphabet person because they say they're non-binary. They use mixed pronouns or they, them pronouns. What? And so the outrage from the alphabet community was really palpable. I got into a couple of little YouTube arguments with some people, and I just simply said, hey, you guys are saying that you're not supposed to misgender anybody, and now you're misgendering him, saying, well, he's not really really non-binary. Well, how do you know? And my whole thing was, instead of rushing to, again, this guy, I guess he had some uncle that was at one time a Republican conservative congressperson somewhere, I guess. And so that automatically, guilt by association, see, he was a right-winger. But there was no proof of that. None whatsoever. Now, my theory, and it hasn't come out yet, but I kind of suspect that it might have been a gay love thing, gay loving, a romantic, gay romantic relationship gone bad. That's what I think has happened. And again, this is the problem with the alphabet community. They just censor everything so heavily because they're afraid of negative publicity. Again, that's why you probably don't hear a lot about the 1970s and 80s and the AIDS quilts and all the guys that died of AIDS, all the homosexual guys that died of AIDS. You don't hear that anymore. Why? Because it's negative publicity. And they just won't tolerate anything negative. And it was like, wait a minute, guys, you're erasing your history, okay? And it's not fair. It's not fair to you and future generations, and it's not fair to everybody else. You're kind of doing what the USSR, good old Soviet Union, used to do, guarded information, right? We're only going to give you a little piece of what it was like Chernobyl. Oh, it was just a small little nuclear release. That's all it was. It was a huge disaster. We're still paying for that one. So I understand that it doesn't make your cause look good, okay? But I think it's disingenuous when you expunge historical facts. And I think it's equally, and not only disingenuous, but reprehensible when you blame innocent people for something that they didn't do. Again, this is all right-wing conspiracy, conservatives. I'm sorry, that's just wrong. That's just wrong. And hopefully someday people will kind of wake up and say, you know what? Maybe we shouldn't be so quick to judge, rush to judgment there. So anyway, that's my little take on that. I've been, it's also interesting. I don't hear much about it right now because I think the problem is that this Mix Aldridge or they, them Aldridge or whatever you want to play that game, is non-binary, and it's a real big embarrassment. It's like, oops, we can't blame this on a Trump supporter. You can, but there's no facts to back it up, and that's a little embarrassing, I think. So, sorry if I offended some of you out there, but all I'm saying is free speech, and free speech means that you try to be accurate in what you're reporting. That's all. Don't start off with a bias, because everybody was all about, oh, this is all some right-wing, Trump supporter that came in there and did all that. It's like, and there's no, that didn't happen. That did not happen. And a lot of them are still trying to ferret that out. It's like, or trying to tease something out like, well, we all know it was some right-wing Christian that went in there and shot those people up. Well, I don't think that the facts are proving that. Now, again, I haven't haven't seen any news articles about it in the last 3 days. Maybe some things have changed. And if you have some accurate information and you want to put some comments down and say, no, actually it was this or this or this. But if you're just going to, spout your agenda, talking points, well, okay, that's fine too. It's a free country still. And that's why I think it's great that Elon Musk is kind of taking over this Twitter thing, talking about Twitter 2.0. Again, like I said, I don't even have the app, but I don't really need the app. I don't really do it. I don't have a Twitter following. I might have maybe one or two people, kind of like I have one or two people on this channel. But the bottom line is that, it's, I just think it's important, it's like, it reminds me, and some of you out there are Trekkers or Trekkies, fans out there, And I think it was Star Trek. It was either Star Trek 4, the voyage home, or the journey home. We just found the resurrected Spock, and they're apparently, though, Earth is being attacked by this strange entity. And it turns out that the only beings on planet Earth that could interpret this message were whales. And this is back when everybody was freaking out that all the whales were going to be killed. And, there was not going to be any more whales. Okay. But the message is that because they exterminated or basically silenced this life form by hunting it into extinction, they silenced a certain voice that actually turned out to be very important. So they kind of do their little time warp thing and they go back to where there are real whales. Captain, there be whales here. And then the whales interpret whatever the message is and they placate this entity and the entity goes, oh, okay, this is a good planet or whatever, and they go away. Okay. So, and that's the message I would say is that same with free speech. Again, I'm going to have people that disagree with me. Going to be people that agree with me. I'm going to have people that don't care one way or another. Most of the time, that's where it is. But the thing is that, I think it's important to have differences of opinion and allow people to share that. And again, if a person's wrong, hey, if I'm wrong, if I say something that's completely, now I'm not here to lie to people and tell people, oh, this is the way it is, and if you don't agree with me or whatever, you're wrong. No, I just say this is what I believe. And if somebody says, yeah, I think according to this or this or this, now there are people that have certain biases. We all have biases, and that's fine. But anyway, I just think that it's has a platform that allows all voices, okay? And I think that's one of the bedrock freedoms and liberties that our country was founded upon. And to try to overturn that or destroy that or take that away, I think that's wrong. And again, the beauty is that, yeah, I can say what I want to say, and you can choose to disagree. You could say, or you can choose to do what most people do, ignore, So anyway, but apparently Liz Warren, good old, Pocahontas or Fakeahontas or whatever they call her, I forgot some of the corny names that they came up with her, But anyway, she basically is upset because she goes, well, that means that somebody can go in the dark room and silence other voices they don't like. Hello, that's what's been happening for the last several years. People that are conservatives or Christians or Republicans or Second Amendment advocates, whatever, yeah, they have been silenced. People that were critical of the recent little wave of illness that we've all gone through, and people that were having differences of opinion than that and saying, well, I think that there's something wrong here, or there doesn't seem to be something seems to be amiss, and questioning that. Why are we doing it this way? So anyway, it's just nice, I think, to see people starting to push back on the politically correct gatekeepers and challenging them and saying, excuse me, how dare you tell me I can't have a voice? And I celebrate that. I think that's wonderful, Yeah, and even if people disagree or people want to say whatever they want to say, okay, go for it, all right. If you're, I know I've said this before, if you're respectful and you're rational, you have a good point to make, okay. Listen, I may not always agree. You may not always agree with me, but that's okay. But to shut somebody up, say, well, I don't like that person, like Donald Trump or Alex Jones or Tim Pool or whoever, again, I'm just throwing out names here that I know that people have silenced and been censored. I mean, apparently there are probably a lot of people on YouTube that think that pipe smoking probably is a very bad thing. I noticed that in some of I was watching this new series from Germany. It fortunately has English. They dubbed in English voices or text, so you can follow along without having to read the screen. Called Dark, kind of an interesting sci-fi mystery kind of a program. I watched about 6-7 episodes yesterday after I got all my work done. So, and it was interesting, I'll have to say. I mean, I might watch the rest of it. I mean, after I watched 7 hours, I said, well, I'm kind of trying to figure it out, but anyway, what I was going to say is that up at the very top, it'll say all the objectionable things, whether it's nudity or cussing or sex or violence. And now they've added smoking. Smoking. Naughty, bad, not good, bad, bad. So again, there might be people out there that say, you know what, we need to ban all smoking related videos. So bye-bye pipe community YouTube, because now they've decided that, nope, can't do that no more. Sorry, we're not going to tolerate that. Really? Who made that decision? Who says? Somebody in a dark room who doesn't like pipe smoking. They're gone. Out of here. Or you, maybe you say, okay, I can't talk about, and then all of a sudden you accidentally flash a pipe and you're removing it and it gets banned, it gets censored. You showed a pipe. We're going to ban that video now. The way things have been going, it could happen. It could have happened. It could still happen. But maybe, just maybe, we've got a little reprieve and freedom will shine once more. Freedom of speech. Yeah. What a great Christmas gift. The gift that keeps on giving. Okay, so you know what? What happened there? What happened there? It just went dark. It just went dark. So, might be a short video today because I think I've exhausted all I wanted to say on my little soapbox here. But I am going to come back with a very special Christmas holiday video. I haven't done this one before. It'll be kind of different. Might even have the same background because it looks awfully nice. I don't know. Might have to take a couple of pictures of that because I don't know if I can get it to look this way again. I mean, we get snow periodically, but this just turned out to be extremely magical. So I just love it. So got to put something. Gonna have to find something a little. I'm looking at the screen. I'm seeing what I'm seeing, and I'm hoping it's going to show up in the video. So I'll try to do some little festive, little Christmassy stuff. But I do have a kind of a special video I've been thinking about now for about a couple weeks. And I'm not going to tell you about it now because it is going to be a little bit of a departure from what I normally present and talk about. But I've been intrigued by some interesting things that I've been watching on YouTube. Again, I don't want to give it away right now, but if you're interested, probably I'll be creating that video. I might put it up early, make it a premiere, and have it released around maybe Christmas week. But anyway, it's just, I'm going to try something just a little bit different and see what you all think, okay? But anyway, so that's it for now. Old Holy Smoking Pipe Padre saying, hey, you know what? I hope you're having a great day wherever you're at. And so take good care of yourselves. And as I like to say, as I'm want to say, old boy lighter here. Light up your world and light up your pipe and enjoy